Hello, hello. We are going to continue with 7.4. Almost thought it was 9.4 again. Continuing on with MSQ, and we just got to Treno, which I didn't think was a real place at first. But apparently it is a real place. So we're gonna speak with Lumol, which is the grandson of the mayor. That must be Lumol. Heavens, I can smell the herbal aroma from here. None of the locals we've passed appear terribly distressed, as Fiend surmised. Incursions must be a common occurrence. Why, if it isn't our new friends, thanks again for making short work of our foes. If you've gone to the trouble of seeking me out, I can only assume it's for good reason. You want to help me. Odd, but I'll consider it. Before anything else, though, I must insist you drink our signature remedy, Sleepless Rhapsody. Everyone's a fan. You may find it the teensiest touch too sour for your taste, but it'll set you all right. Just tip it down your throat. Drink the Sleepless Rhapsody under Lamol's watchful eye. How bad could it be? I want to know how bad it could be. Well, let's see.
Well, what do you think? It's a traditional Malala recipe.
Shower.
Got that right. Don't worry, the tingling means it's working.
I'm put in mind of the gelatin I had at the studium. Nutritious, they assured me.
I can relate all too well. It's not unlike the syrup leader used to make. Black as pitch and sour as sin. Though, there's no better cure for fatigue.
You know, Raha, going to bed at a reasonable hour would be the best cure.
Hey, don't call me out like that. That's not very nice.
Oh, that's... I do feel shockingly refreshed.
Perhaps it stimulates the body's ability to process ether and hastens regenerative functions.
Indeed, it does. It also counteracts some of the effects of excess lightning, and helps to calm the nerves besides.
Which is why you serve it whenever there's a breach in the barrier.
Our Malala ancestors came from the lushest of lands, so they developed all sorts of natural remedies. We strive to carry on their traditions. And I'm sure you see why. Really hits the spot, doesn't it? Now, welcome to Treno.
Given its ability to counteract lightning's influence on the body, that remedy could be of use to the people of Alexandria as well. I'm certain Lumol would be more than happy to offer it to them. I see how drinking that would be unifying, and it's impressive that they have maintained a tradition here, so far from the Malala's native lands. I forgot to introduce myself, didn't I? Well, I'm Lomol, and that was me announcing our victory earlier. And since grandmother sent you to help with repairs, you'll know I'm her grandson. I'm in charge of resolving any problems that people of Treno may have. My favorite kinds of work include taste testing menu items, carrying medium-sized objects, searching for lost possession of immense value. Oh, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Ah yes, the repairs. Are you certain you want to be put to work? If you come all the way out to visit us, you must have had more important things in mind, and you've already helped protect the city. Actually, our goal was to ascertain the present state of the Mist Continent. The whole continent? Did you come from across the sea? Not exactly. We've actually come from Alexandria. Alexandria? Are you quite sure? No, sorry. Of course you're sure. It would be rude of me to doubt you. It's not every day that we get visitors, let alone from a nation that up and vanished. I know that it must come as something of a shock, but this is our first time in Treno, and we should like to get to know the city and its people. That is why we propose lending a hand to those in need. I see. In that case, why don't you help distribute this remedy to the rest of our people? Ordinarily, everyone would have come for a cup, but the fiends made quite a mess this time. Might be a while before some can step away from their work. Never fear though, even if their hands are busy, they'll be more than happy to spare a few words for fascinating folks from afar. We would appreciate that. Thank you, Lamol. You're the one's doing me a favor. Honestly. Here, take this batch. I'll deliver you some to the town hall, so you can attend to areas you haven't seen yet. Like my Miali, Lomo seemed taken aback by the mention of Alexandria. Perhaps they had friends or loved ones who disappeared along with it. If we split up, we can spend more time speaking with the locals, while ensuring everyone receives a remedy promptly. Could you each take a portion? Rest assured I can handle pouring cup. I too should be glad to dole out a few servings. Wonderful, let me divide this up. Tulky, why don't you make the rounds of the southern part of the city? Raha and I shall attend to the north. Right, let's go and acquire some insights. Dauntless Laborer. He must be one of the visitors Lamal mentioned. Odd place to be visiting, though. Here you go. Have fun. Oh, you came to deliver the remedy. Thank you kindly. I was hauling beast carcasses in for processing and copped a good dose of discharged energy for my trouble. It brought on 11 sickness, something fierce. Still, we don't go hunting outside the barrier, so we don't want to waste any part of the creature that find their way in. Pelts that are highly charged with lightning aether are the most valuable. Of course. And then with the right stuff, and you can turn them into protective clothing, they keep you from getting zapped. The beasts you felled will all be put to good use. Thanks again. Based off that conversation, it sounds like they're kind of reliant on them coming in here. Like the beasts, I mean. Or else they don't get like food or materials and whatever. You're that mighty monster slayer I saw earlier. It's an honor. And you've brought a sleepless rhapsody. Bless you. I'm dead on my feet after that battle. You don't usually have that many beasts breaking through at once. Practice keeps one's skill sharp, though, so in a way I'm glad for it. And I learned a thing or two from watching you. Oh, I can hardly wait to get to work on my grimoire. I have a number of ideas for improved geometries. A thoughtful application of new learning is what keeps our ancestors' magic alive and flourishing. There's a fresh face if I ever saw one. And what's that in your hand? Oh, don't mind if I do. Safety inspections take priority, but the battle doesn't feel over until I've had a cup of sleepless rhapsody. I'm proud to say that I have some small part in preparing it too. The herbs come from my very own growery. One of the greatest discoveries of our time is that seeds carried in by invading creatures can be cultivated into remarkable plants. Plants with the potential to mitigate the lightning's effects. And with as many hides as we have this time, not to mention stomachs, it's entirely possible we'll find new variants of herbs among our harvest. Finished your supply of remedies as well, have you? I expect the scent will linger on our clothing for days. Uh-oh. Between the three of us, we ought to have covered every area aside from Lamol's. One of the people I spoke with asked me to pass something along to him, but he hasn't returned yet. In the meantime, shall we discover what we've learned?
Fascinating. I appreciate your thoroughness in recounting the details. I too learned much, as I helped to treat the injured's wounds. The Malala's curative magics appear identical to Spheen's. This means that either her tutor was a Malala as well, or that the art had spread all throughout the Ninth. Then there are the symbols and tomes, which are highly reminiscent of Arcanima. If these elements indeed originated with the arcane geometries of the South Sea Isles, as in the source, 'tis curious that they have developed in so similar a manner on this shard.
Mind you don't share that with any other graduates of the Faculty of the Arcane, lest they beat you to publication.
Did you learn aught of note, Raha?
I spoke with one of Treno's storekeepers about how they obtain their supplies. Though they are few and far between, other settlements yet exist on the Mist Continent. with a rail system facilitating the flow of goods between them. Unfortunately, barrier breaches trigger an emergency failsafe on the main line, so the train is presently stopped at a midway point until operations can resume. There are also maritime routes, but they see only occasional use. Often, as now, Trenno must make do with what is to hand.
In addition to this constant state of scarcity, much of Trenno's populace suffers from Levin sickness, not to mention the frequent attacks on the city and the resulting casualties. Yet everyone we've spoken with seems undaunted by these hardships. They are not only surviving, they are happy in spite of it all.
Where there is life, there is hope. And when one believes in a better future, a tomorrow even the slightest bit brighter than today, there is naught to be done but build it. Until, stone by stone, a city rises.
A noble city with noble purpose.
Is aught the matter, Lowell?
I think I've dropped something and now I can't find it anywhere. I'm doomed.
Oh, is it this by chance? While I was distributing the remedy, I was asked to pass it along to you.
Yes! That's it! Yes! I'm not doomed.
That was the most enthusiastic yes I've ever heard in my life.
Is that a tracking device?
What do you mean I clear you? I'm not even done MSQ.
You've a keen eye for technology. This thing picks up on the ether of the creatures that get through the barrier.
That explains how you knew when they'd been vanquished.
Exactly. It shouldn't show anything now, but I can switch it on like so.
Uh-oh. Is it broken?
No, 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 no! She's going to kill me! Say, how'd you like to meet my sister Ayane? She's an electrope engineer, so she knows all sorts of interesting stuff.
I take it she also built that device.
Oh yes, that's my sister. She's a genius. Everyone says so. And she won't kill me in front of other people. Probably. I mean, wouldn't it be interesting to watch her work? Maybe you can even help. It'd be, you know, edifying? Please! I beg you! Please!
I suppose that's that then.
Yeah. Unless you want him to die. Not particularly keen on letting him die yet. One wonders how fearsome that. I couldn't remember what he pronounced her name. Ione? 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 I actually couldn't remember how he pronounced it. If Treno's barrier is similar in design to Alexandria's, should we assume that electro technology is standard here as well? Well, he did say she's an electro engineer. At the moment, Ione should be waiting just past that park. Let's be off before anything changes their mind. Whenever we meet an engineer from some distant land, I can't help but wish to introduce them to our friends at the ironworks. Such a firestorm of questions there would be. Momol is sweating rather profusely. Breathe in, breathe out. How scary is his sister?
Ah, our visitors. Thanks for lending a hand earlier, but what brings you here? Lummel, what did you do?
She just knows instantly.
You know that, advanced monster tracking, what's it? It may be a teeny tiny bit,
You broke it again? How many times must I tell you that we're running low on electrope? I'm an engineer, not a bloody miracle worker.
I beg your forgiveness. I'm on my knees and everything, see?
That's how you know this is a Japanese game.
And since we have guests, can't you let it slide? Just this once?
Oh my gosh. He's using us as a shield. That's not very fair. That's not very fair.
He dragged you here just so I wouldn't tan his hide, didn't he? You'd never believe he's the elder sibling. I'm so sorry.
Please, don't be. We're glad for the opportunity to meet you. And Lummel mentioned that you might have some work we could assist with.
There are guests, Lummel, not servants. Must we have the manners talk again?
Please don't misunderstand. We asked to help, that we might learn what life is like in Treno. And with your expertise, we also hoped you could tell us more of how the city utilizes electrope.
If that's the way of it, then I'd be happy to share what I know.
When you spoke earlier, it sounded as if Treno had little electrope to spare. It's difficult to procure, I take it.
We never have as much as we need. And much of what we do have is repurposed. But you'll find me digging through the scrap heap whenever some vital device or another breaks down. Repairing that old barrier should be our highest priority. But we just don't have enough electrope on hand to do a proper job.
And the longer we go without access to the mine, the worse it'll get. If only we could scare those beasts away.
I mean, that's something we could do.
Did we not pass through a mine on the way here?
Pine took care of the beast in one fell swoop.
Just the one! Incredible!
So, the mine is safe for mining again.
Hooray! Leave the mining to your big brother. All you have to do is fix the tracker.
Yes, very well. If you go, do be careful. And once you get the machinery up and running, make sure to send some electrobe over to the barrier service station.
Though we've cleared the mine, there is no telling what else waits outside the barrier. Shall I accompany you?
I'm so glad you asked. Seriously, I don't know what I'd do if I'd had to go alone.
As we did pass through but recently, I expect Raha can keep him safe without our help. In the meantime, shall we assist Iane with her repair work?
Iane. That is not an easy name to remember. Iane. They put one in mind of another pair of siblings, we know, don't they? Oh, off and on, Alice. I entirely forgot to ask your names. Do forgive me. I'm Carl, and this is Tulky. Accompanying Lamol is Grahatia, our own technology enthusiast. It's lovely to meet you. It feels strange putting you to work, but I'd be lying if I said I don't need your help. In the wake of an event like this, I presume a great deal of labor is required to restore everything to working order. The volume of fixes that need making is one matter, but I could handle it if it weren't for these legs of mine. The paralysis flares up at the worst times, I swear. I can manage a bit of shuffling from one station to the other on a good day, but I usually leave racing around the city to my brother. With him off to the mine though, someone else needs to take care of the lightning sprites. They're drawn to the discharge aether of slain creatures. I'd offer you a detector to make tracking them down easier, but seeing as Lamol managed to break it again... I do have this, though. Toss some at a sprite, and you can suppress its ability to send aether nearby. That usually gets them wandering out of the city towards more fertile ground. So we needn't fight them. We find it safer not to. When threatened, they'll siphon energy from facilities we need to keep our medical services running, or emit bursts that overload nearby systems. For the same, I recommend not to stick to thoroughfares that will allow you to spot them while in events. I would hate to have you be injured while helping us. Understood. We'll want to split up again to cover more ground. Are you ready to go? This doesn't really look like a vantage point to me. We're on the low ground. Though you scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning sprites. Not like we see much. Though you scan the area thoroughly, you see no lightning sprites. think it's quite obvious to see one though. Unless they just magically show up. I guess they did magically show up. I saw 2 of them. Lightning sprites. It's time to test your tossing arm. The time to test your tossing arm has arrived. And they also timed testing my English has arrived too. Oh, I can't really toss far. Bye, lightning sprite. Seems like my tossing arm isn't very far. Is what I've learned. I can cast farther than this. Come on now. You're back. Were there many sprites? Just a handful on your route, then. Could be worse. Still, it's important to keep the city free of them. We're much obliged. Prowl is taking a while. Being new to the city, if something were to happen, she won't know where to go for help. Would you check on her? You start off in the direction of the town hall. Though there are several diminutive folk about, none appear to be Crow. Perhaps one of them spotted her passing through. Affable local. You're looking for a mite lost there, lass. Aught I can help with. Have you seen a woman in a yellow hood? I presume you mean Crowl. Had a grand old chat with her earlier. Not to mention she saved my hide. Can't believe I missed that lightning sprite till it was right on top of me. It's thanks to her that I got out unscathed. Bit awkward striking up a conversation after that. It had been a while since I talked to anyone I had known my whole life. She's a kind lass, good at putting folks at ease, like my alley. The alley? I quite enjoyed telling her about the city. When we were done chatting, she went off towards the canal. I had a touch of melancholy about her, though, and I wasn't sure why. Didn't think it was something I said. I knew that if it was, saying more wouldn't help. So I let her go. I reckon she'd welcome the company of a good friend right now. Why is Kral sad?
Ah, were you looking for me?
Yes.
I only intended to sit down for a moment, but I must have lost track of time. will you lend me your ear?
Not like we talk much anyways.
The source and the ninth. Someday I will have to decide which one to call home. The thought has lingered like a storm cloud in my mind. I've tried to ignore it, remind myself that we have more important matters to contend with. But I cannot keep drifting between these worlds forever. When I first learned the truth of my past, I assumed it would have no bearing on my future. The source was my home, and the students of Baldessian my purpose. But after meeting my parents, it struck me that to simply choose the source would be to abandon them. And not only them, but a home I could have loved, had my life gone as it should have. That is why I had to learn more of this place, and the me I could have been.
And now that you have,
I feel even less certain than before. Though we are strangers to them, these people have welcomed us as if we are their own. It's like speaking with old friends. And knowing now the challenges they face, what would it say about me if I just left them behind and returned to the source? Is that who I am? Who I was meant to be? Or is this where I belong?
thank you for listening. I'm a little less afraid to face the answer now, whatever it may be. When I find it, I hope you'll be there. We've kept Iane waiting long enough. Hurry back. Trifling though it was, I feel that the work we've done has helped me gain a better understanding of Treno. Countless small actions taken by myriad people every day are what make a place what it is, after all. I'm glad you're both back safe and sound. Now we can relax until my brother does the same. With Fran escorting him, he can't get himself into too much trouble. Unless he tumbles down the stairs into the town again, I suppose.
That reminds me. The structures near the barrier all seem to be designed for Milala. Is there a reason that those in the center of the city are so much larger?
Probably wasn't
Oh yes,
for Malala.
the center is the oldest part of Treno, built by the Hewn and the Eldite before the Malala came.
Yeah, figured as much.
So Treno predates the Milala's arrival?
The mayor at the time was kind enough to take our ancestors in, and gave them leave to establish their own residential quarter.
Yet I have seen naught but Milala since we came to the city. Where did the other peoples go?
Alexandria. In the closing days of the Storm Surge, when death and destruction were everywhere, they believed it would be safer. Treno didn't have a barrier at first, you see. But one of our industrious brethren had served as tutor in the royal household and returned to us with knowledge of the barrier's design. It's thanks to him that the city survives to this day.
Might I ask a more personal question? We previously uncovered some records pertaining to the Milala's past. In them, it was written that the Milala left their paradise of eternal summer when a great calamity froze their isles. Understandably, all were not content to leave their homeland behind. Some attempted to return using the same power that had brought them here, but they found the way closed to them. Never again has the golden path opened that allowed their ancestors to flee to safety. Tell me, were that golden path to open once more, and you were to find the Milala homeland restored to its former glory, would you go back?
I'd certainly like to see that paradise of eternal summer for myself. Who wouldn't? But it wouldn't be going back. After all, my one and only home is here. Treno, this run-down, beat-up, beautiful city.
You truly love it, don't you?
Do you know what the speaker said when the Milala came to this place? O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. We never forgot those words. Not my ancestors, nor my grandmother, nor my brother and me. That boundless optimism, that communal spirit, that is Treno. No matter what comes or how hard it gets, we'll choose joy over fear and stand together. There's nowhere else I'd rather be.
Nowhere else you'd rather be. Perhaps it really is as simple as listening to your heart.
Grandmother used to tell us stories of the Malala homeland all the time. There was part where the ocean froze over that always fascinated me. The vast open sea turned to ice. Magic. Earlier you said that your brother couldn't get into too much trouble if he was with Raha. But how much trouble is that, precisely? One would think they ought to have returned by now. Conversely, I hadn't expected to see the two of you again so soon. I take it Miali's curiosity is sated. Wait a moment. I give her a brief account of the situation in Alexandria, and as well as events involving the key. She is most interested in the latter. In fact, it seems she knew of the relic long before we did, and wished to discuss it with everyone. Would you be able to join us? I should love to go straight away, but we are awaiting Raha's return. As we speak, Miaoli herself is making her rounds through the city. We have time. That is curious. Why is she interested in the key? Alexandria, the kingdom past the mountains, the one that vanished. I wondered where you lot came from, but that wasn't my first guess. Or my fifth, for that matter. If the Malala arrived in Treno immediately after fleeing the source, I can understand how its mayor might be privy to the knowledge of the key, particularly when that mayor is the Malala herself. I have a mind to re-establish diplomatic relations with Treno, but it goes without saying that the religious will challenge given our respective locations. The least of this is that any trouble will require passage through Tyrol. To begin with, I shall have to consult with Gosan and avow resolve. I wasn't certain if we could divulge any information concerning the key, but Alexandria's present location is difficult to explain without mentioning. Fortunately, it turned out for the best.
We're back! The mine is in working order, I'm pleased to say. Electrope is being delivered for the barrier even as we speak.
Have you two finished regaling the mayor?
We have. Though she has her own story to tell. Of the key, in fact. We thought you might like to join us at the...
This is an evacuation alert. All citizens, please proceed to emergency shelter. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelter. The doom train is approaching. Repeat, please proceed to emergency shelters.
The heck is a
Doom
Doom
train?
train?
Wasn't that one of Lindblom's weapons of war? You know of it? I've never seen it myself, but according to Zelenia, it was an armored vehicle used to transport war beasts to the front. In order to prevent them from running wild ere their deployment, a powerful arcane entity was housed in the engine.
The end of the war didn't slow it one bit. Quite the contrary. Fueled by lightning ether, it's been speeding across the continent ever since. The Doom Train and its beasts bring death and destruction everywhere it goes. It's a veritable calamity on rails. It passed near Treno some years ago, claiming many lives, including our parents. I must go and repair the barrier as swiftly as possible. Without it, we haven't got a chance.
You can't be serious! You'll never finish in time, and you'll be right in its path.
I have to try. For Treno.
Yane, no!
It seems my services are required once more.
I'll go with you. Perhaps my knowledge of Electrope will be of use.
I wish I were a fighter like you two. Keep her safe, will you? Please?
While destroying the Doom Train would be preferable, we should seek to delay its advance at the very least.
You can't be thinking of fighting it head on. That's madness.
Oh, now I have to do it. True.
If your mind is made up, there may be a way. There's a freight depot not far from us. We can use the train that stopped there.
Raha mentioned that before, did he not?
The Doom train will have to pass through the depot to reach Treno. And since the evacuation alert was only just triggered, we might be able to reach it first.
So we commandeer this freight train, match our speed to the enemy's, and use it as a platform from which we launch a sustained counteroffensive. Is that your proposal?
It'd be better than trying to smash the bloody thing before it runs us all over. And if it might save Ayane, I'll do whatever it takes. Let me drive the train. That will leave you free to concentrate on the fight.
Lumo.
I need to grab a few things. Meet me by the gate.
They've upgraded graphics on us. While it's not in our nature to stand idle at a time like this, we should first consider how best to apply our individual skills. If anyone can stop a speeding weapon of war, it is Tulky. But we must also recognize the threat posed by its company of beasts. If its influence is so powerful that even as it barrels ahead and enthralled creatures continue to follow it, then the train may well gather additional minions as it draws near. There's no telling how many will charge Treno's gate, so we should prepare for the worst. Perhaps Y'shtola and I ought to remain on guard here. I'm inclined to agree. Tulky, while you remove the head of this metal serpent, we will attend to the defense of the city. Among other things, we must do what we can to ensure the citizens get to shelter before the fighting begins. Godspeed. Yeah, they've upgraded the graphics a lot since I first played the game. This is back in 2020, I think, is when I first started. Maybe not. It actually wasn't 2020. It's whenever the year Endwalker came out. When did Endwalker release? I started May of that year of Endwalker's release. 2021. That's when May of 2021. Yeah, almost 5 years. Yeah, pretty much. I really could have gone without a Doom train attack today. I'm sure we all could have. But then we wouldn't have a trial. Right, the place we're headed is the Bentini Depot. Although Treno has its own railway station, our assailants from earlier left it in need of significant repairs. Thus, we'll be taking a hover cargo. My friend here has volunteered for the mission, and yes, I did explain the dangers. The cargo is equipped with a portable barrier, and frankly, I'm great at my job. I guarantee our safety during the ride. What happens once we get to Bentini? Well, that's your problem. Straightforward. It certainly is. Let me know when you're ready to move out. Well, very straightforward, Lala. Not wrong. It is our problem. I guess we'll handle it too. Yeah, I know, right? 5 years have passed. Insane. Like, to think about it, it's... Hey! This cargo train isn't solid! Hey! What the heck? You may be good at your job, but could you give me a physical train? Like, I'm flipping through it. Well, yeah, it's been crazy. That span of 5 years, I've done a lot in this game. Actually quite insane. I think, like, the only content I haven't done at this point is Blue Mage stuff, really. And that's because, Yeah. Yeah. Aside from that, I've done basically every raid tier. I never finished last one because it. Oh god, the group I had made me so annoyed that I just had to take a break. But aside from that, I've pretty much done everything that you could. Gone around, done the old raids from Alexander, Omega. Also, thank you for the follow, Wingley Panda. Which just a multi-seated. You find a way to get into raids. I just started crafting thing. Oh, the moon crafting things. Yeah, I mean, getting into raiding, for me, it was fortunately a lot easier because I had a group of friends that wanted to do it. So I just started off with raiding with them. I ended up enjoying raiding a lot, and I decided to look for my own group and branch out to my own groups and whatnot. Eventually, that led me to wanting to try parsing. I did that for a tier. I ended up doing like, I think I did 41 in Asphodelos as the answer. But yeah, it's definitely daunting at first, because you definitely just go in and finding like 7 other people that you've never met before, and you're just like hoping you mesh well. That's why I think I would recommend doing a trial run with a group. See if you actually do mesh with them, right? Because you're gonna be spending like, well, depending on how much you want to do. Like generally my groups, I wanted to do a lot more hours when I was a lot more active in raiding. I'd be spending like basically a part-time job amount of time with them, right? So I don't want to be in a group where I don't enjoy that time. So that's a very important thing. Do a trial run with the people. Like find some recruitment servers. There's a lot of discords out there with that do recruitment. It's the whole purpose of recruitment. You can find those and then find a group that matches your needs. Again, Olka must get 99 totems. I get way too annoyed to even do mount farming. Usually what I do raiding for is for gear, because I like the power progression of MMOs. So I mostly just do it for base gears and ultimates. To me, ultimates are the fun for me, because I ended up getting all of them. But ultimates to me is the fun of the game. I feel they require a lot of personal responsibility for a lot of other fights. It requires a fair bit of consistency. Teaches you a lot about the game too, at least rating. Yeah, I understand that fighting a group is pretty hard at first, but so is the first step. I think that's the most daunting. If you can get past the first step, you'll be fine. I also, with the ultimate difficulty thing, I go with a philosophy of this. I believe everyone can clear an ultimate. It's just how much they want it, I suppose. I don't think this game has like a hard skill check, like what should I say? Like, I don't think this game has a hard skill check like shooters, or like, oh, if you don't have an actual skill, it's gonna be really, really hard to do some stuff. I think you can learn to be better at the game to do an ultimate and clear them. For extremes, I mean, you could probably find a raid group that does it, but generally a lot of raid groups want to do salvages as well. For extremes, I would recommend Party Finder probably. those are probably the easiest way to do it. And eventually you might find a group that wants to farm for stuff. I'm assuming this is all like a thing, right? Yeah, it looks like it. That's like one way of doing it. Finding parfinders, making sure you figure out the strats for them. You can find those online. But I'm sure, I assume recruitment servers will also do that as well. I even have things. Oh well. The thing is, these are ultimates. So this is the chaotic raid, which is like a 24-man out of darkness. These are ultimates, and this is the unreal. You can unlock all of them. But it's taking one step at a time, right? I don't think anyone just spawns into this game and being like, "Oh, I'm gonna clear this ultimate right now," unless they have like a lot of raiding experience beforehand. Like hardcore WoW players could probably do it to a pretty good extent. But like for people who are like generally new to MMOs and whatnot, they're not just gonna go straight into an ultimate and be like, "Oh, I can clear this." People usually progress through it. But I would recommend Discord servers. There are a lot of recruitment Discord servers. Even the Balance has one, actually. Yeah, that's fine. But I think it's like we all start somewhere, right? No one just like starts and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just extremely good at this game to start with." We all start somewhere. Yeah, the Balance has a lot of good information. There's a recruitment server there, or a recruitment section there. I'm not quite sure how popular it is, personally. There are some other recruitment areas out there, but I'm not like too privy to it nowadays, because I haven't really looked for one, like a group like that for a while. I generally just ask people I know, I've raided with before, or people I know from other games and whatnot. That's generally the path I took, but there's definitely ways out there. I think it's more a fact of marketing yourself out there. You need to find those recruitment discords. I'm not quite sure what are out there nowadays, but probably start there and do like either look for posts that are looking for members that fit your needs, or you can put your post yourself saying, "Hey, you want to look for a group? These are what I want to look for. These are the hours I want to try for." You might find someone come and message you, and you'll get around to talking, see if you can vibe with them, and you go for a job. Wish you the best of luck. I do understand it's very scary at first, but a lot of people in this community are pretty nice, so you don't need to be worried too much about it. Obviously there's bad apples, but there's bad apples everywhere you go. Alright, I'm going to the Doom train. Ready? Then our fearless operator will help you aboard. We make for Bentini with all haste. But I can't board something. Well, whatever. I already ran through that. I'll have us there in a flash. You keep any limbs you're attached to, and would like to remain attached to, inside the vehicle.
This is it. You'll be riding that flat car at the rear of the train.
I hope it's stable.
I'll be all the way at the front, pushing her as fast as she can go. The Doom train moves at breakneck speed. If we're too slow, it will plow right through us.
But it's not like train speeds or something like you could skill diff them. A train has a max speed. You can't just like push it and go faster.
Speaking of which, we'd best get underway before it does just that. Don't forget you're fighting for Ayane. For all of Treno.
Okay. Train is held together with duct tape and hope. Oh no. Not duct tape. Okay. Let's go find it. Hell on rails. That is an ugly train. What the heck is that? What is that face? That's a face only a mother could love. This will also be interesting. I haven't played Red Mage in this fetch. I played Picto in the first tier of this raid tier in this expansion. Oh, well, these have collision, huh? I don't go through clip these ones, huh? What the? Okay. I just got scammed on the first train. That's all I'm hearing. That first cargo train was a scam. Those are solid. I'm not clipping through these. It's this train, isn't it? Whoa, what? Wait, what? It's solid now. You can't pretend like I'm schizo. No way. I clipped through of it. I have video proof. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Oh, I'm a bit crazy. I'm not that crazy. I do wish there was a train over here. Oh, cat on the table. Then you must be 1% crazy, 99% potato. No, 99% crazy, 1% tomato. There are some outs. Oh, I did Ultima. I did a lot of stuff. I've done Dragon Song War. I've done Ultimate Refrain. I've done every single Ultimate. My cat has taken over my mouse pad. He's very excited. My cat is 8 years old. He's getting older, but he's not older yet. Oh, it's finding 2 healers, so it's gonna take a while. Where are the... Training dummies in this place. Apparently we have one in this patch. But where? I know where it is in Endwalker, but I actually don't know where it is in Dontrell. Googling. Training dummy patience Dontrell. They no explorer mode hat. Oh. Okay, I guess we're fighting a train. I'll be fine. I don't think red mages change that much. Surely I'll be fine. Screw it. We do it live. Oh, I see T-Ox. You're so ugly. Why is it so ugly? Hey, hey, hey. That's quite dangerous. Hey. Okay.
I'm counting on you!
The heck is windpipe? Oh. Oh shit. Hey, that's not fair. Okay, this has to be a knockback. Oh, okay. Okay, okay, man. Calm down, calm down. Alright, crossing. Okay, so these have to be... Okay, so it goes... Those are... Blocks are gonna stop it. I'm assuming the other side will go, right? Okay. Oh. Maybe fraudulent. Whoa. Windpipe that brings us in. Hey, 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 hey. I don't get launched again. Oh, great. So we can go up. So that means... Oh, shit. I didn't take my dash to bring me down. Oh, that's funny. We need to go up. Those are doing the... They're indicators of... Oh, shit. I'm in melee. Those are indicators of where it will go. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's what I'm asking. We do our holy here. What heck is that? Hell is this? Oh, what in the? Oh, that's a tank buster. Oh, hey, yo. I am drifting my Contra. I should not be doing that. I should not be drifting like that to begin with. Hey, it's like Honkai Star Rail. So that's what Sunday felt like.
What's in there? You're still aboard, right?
What the heck is that? Why does it have arms? That's what I'm asking. What the heck is that? What the? Ether condenses between boom trains connections. Okay. What the heck is that? Okay. Hey, that's not very nice. Oh, great. Hawkmorn. Here, have an addle. Ow, yo, that hurts.
I have to disconnect the car! Quick! Jump on the next one!
Get dual cast ready. So there's platforms again. We're gonna go up and down, it looks like.
Thunder is coming!
Oh, not this again. Oh, not correct again. Of course it would happen right on my... Of course it would happen during my 2 minutes. Of course. Oh, shit. I screwed up. I forgot windpipe is the one that brings you in. So I kind of screwed up there. Oopsie. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, I guess we're doing another 2 minutes here. Or melee combo. Our 2 minutes are so misaligned. Wait. Do I need extreme for this? I mean, apparently it's not too difficult. At least that's what my brain members told me. Because they're ahead of me in like MSQ and whatever. At least not the most difficult. I'm also excited for the Savage. I think the raid tier is the normal felt fun to do. I'm interested in what the Savage will be like. Interested to see that. Well, we got another 2 weeks to wait for that, I think. Like in January 4 or something like that.
No more adventures, thank you. That was enough bravery for a lifetime. But we did it! We stopped the Doom Train. Well, mostly you did. Before we can celebrate, though, we need to make sure Treno's secure. As I feared, stray beasts to the south. I've lost track of how many times I've asked you for help, but I need your help again.
That's fine, I need training dummies then. Oh, we're going into duty. I have to believe that Iane will be safe with your comrades while we attend to matters elsewhere. I'll see to the wounded. You try not to join them, alright? You'll progress through the battle. Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with your other quests or log off from the game, this progress will be lost. Okay, it's fine. Well, I need training dummy fights anyways. A short time earlier. Fire red, arrow in green. Pick the mantra spells.
Can you stand?
Yes. Thank you so much. There were others being attacked over by the canal. Could you possibly...
Of course, I'll go right away. The rest of you should get to the town hall.
Pick the mantra spells are something I am very well acquainted to.
I can't leave anyone behind. I won't.
Oh, do we control crowd? Oh, we do control crowd.
Best make sure the evacuation route is clear first.
Oh. That's not how this works. Your AoE combos overlap with each other. So my fire and red also works with the AoE version of it. That's how Picromancer works. Source. I played it for a whole right there. And I did the Eden Ultimate on it.
Done. Now to aid those people by the canal.
I also expected this to... Oh, it's an instant cast, just animation takes on. See?
Help is on the way!
That's cool.
Other stragglers.
Why can't Picto do this normally? That's cool. It's really cool. I need to pick a smaller target so that AoE can actually hit everything. This thing is too fat that the center of the AoE is not hitting it. Talk to citizen. I was so scared I couldn't even move. Silly, isn't it? My wife and I will be making for a town hall straight away. You have my word on that. If you're determined to check on everyone, I won't complain, but do be careful. Not that silly.
That breeze is awfully warm. Oh no!
That's a fire. That's not good.
First things first, the fire.
Nixie mode.
To take a leaf out of Y'shtola's book.
Why can't we do this normally? What sort of magic was that? I've never seen the like. Priorities. Yes, I'm gonna run away, and we can talk about it later. It was you that put the fire out. Will I ever thank you? Now that we know it won't be spreading any further, we can all take shelter until this is over.
Not a moment too soon. I hope that was the worst of it.
Somebody help!
Well, at least I know next expansion they're gonna just make more motives like that. Surely. To be fair, Picto doesn't really have that many buttons. They definitely could. It's not suffering from butts and bullets, so they definitely could add more buttons. It's not like Gunbreaker,
I'll take
where
care of
there's
this. Make for shelter.
so much buttons on Gunbreaker. Whoa. I should have single parked those.
How many are there?
No question.
Is that all of them?
Nope. There's a behemoth. It's a lightning behemoth. Oh, it's doing ecliptic meter. Oh no. Oh, you stole us here.
You cut that rather close.
Thank goodness you're all right.
We have 3 casters.
Ayane has finished the repairs. We need only hold the line until the barrier is in place.
And hold the line we will, together.
I stand corrected. We have 4 casters. Our party composition sucks. Why do we have so many casters? Hey Fiesta Boy, how you doing? Long time no see.
I can still fight. I can.
I have no doubt.
Well, that's harder than my slide cost. I didn't think it was that forgiving. Launch our hair. Really use these. We'll do this. This we use Flash Shaker. That one will go first. I should have been paying attention to that. Whoops. Oh, I drifted something. Those shouldn't be up at the same time.
Keep away from the clouds. If I ever see another storm.
Nowhere is safe with so many of them.
Some friendly winds, if you please.
I wish I knew you were gonna do that.
That bird made such an impression.
An auto here. I think also lucid training. Oh yeah, mana. There's a ecliptic meteor.
The Levin grows more volatile. Something is coming.
Full lightning!
look at me. Yeah, I'm not falling for it this time. I did think about what a trounce was, and then I came to my realization that trounce is a frontal cone. Feeling trying to relax. Okay. Still doing teaching. Nice job, I'm assuming.
I must say, that was an incredible performance.
Oh, how you've grown. On paternity leave. Oh. Congrats on the child.
Flatterer.
Hope the newborn isn't causing you too much trouble, though. Big congrats.
The barrier is restored. The people of Treno may rest easy once more.
Damn, it just kills it in one shot. That's crazy. He's been good. That's good to hear. Very good to hear.
The perimeter is clear, everyone. And thanks to our guests, the Doom Train has been destroyed. Last but not least, Ayane's fixed the barrier. We don't need to worry about beasts anymore.
How are they gonna get food then?
This calls for a celebration.
I thought they're kind of required the beasts to come in for them to get food. Are you just gonna put bait outside the barrier? But they can't walk out of the barrier. Ah,
The Doom
get
Train
it.
is gone for good.
That's our Ayane.
They just lower the barrier for a bit and let bait the monsters in. There's so many logistical nightmares with this.
They're safe. All of them.
Does she know?
Alila?
She knows her parents?
Cryle. Does the name Alila mean aught to you?
My mother. Did you know her?
Was that her daughter or something? What's happening?
I'm sorry, my dear. We should get you patched up before aught else. Alila's story and that of the key are one and the same. After you've rested and recovered, I'll tell you the tale. You have no cause to fret, I promise you. while Lummel forgot to give the order. Bless him. There's work to be done ere we can celebrate. First and foremost, we must see to any injured. Come and find me at Town Hall when you're ready.
Without further delay, then.
You needn't mind me. My injuries are far from severe.
But your curiosity is another matter, is it not? Your feet will deliver you to Miaili all the swifter if you can actually walk on them.
True. I also never understood how healing magic works in this world. I feel it's like healing magic only goes so far. Because you still need to find a Chirurgeon, which is this world's doctors. But like, how far does healing magic help you exactly? At least lore-wise. I understand how much it helps in actual raiding. Well, lore-wise, I actually don't know how much it helps. I think Miaili knew Kral's mother. I too am eager to hear the details. Exhaustion aside, Kral sustained no injuries. You need not worry. Over. After that battle, I think we all required a moment. We had better get some rest too. I mean it. We're not gonna do that. While I would rather not have tumbled to the pavement in front of half the city, I am none worse or wear, thanks to your Stola. What of you? If you have any hurts, we can tend to them now before we see Miaili. You know we don't do that. Curious, isn't it? I want to know more than anything. A part of me is still terrified. But having come so far, I can't turn from the truth now. If everyone's feeling up to it, let's go and have our answers. Oh, come on, I have to walk there. You could have teleported me. Man, making me walk. Heck is that thing? Why is there a dodo here? I was gonna say, is that the only animal that exists? What the heck is that? That dog? Oh, they're finding the dodo. Yeah, he's by the pier. Good luck. I had every confidence Lemuel would be safe in your company, but it hardens me to see him unharmed nonetheless. While the keys be the main topic of our conversation, there's no telling what else Miaili might reveal. I'm right. I'm ready to hear it. I find myself anxious on Kral's behalf. Ah, our new friends. Do you know why grandmother called us here? Both Iani and I neglected to ask. How are you faring? I hope you recover from your brush with the Doom Train. And I hear something about Behemoth. Yeah, there's a Behemoth, there's a train, there's a lot of stuff.
There is something about our family that you need to understand. We are descendants of the Speakers of Eld. And I myself am the latest to inherit the role. even as we do our utmost to ensure our people's welfare in our adopted home, it has ever been our duty to find a means to return whence we came. Alas, our ancestral treasure never did answer our prayers. And that left my elder sister, the previous speaker, mired in doubt. It was then, when she was at her most vulnerable, that preservation reached out to her.
Oh, her sister is Kryle's parent.
The key is none other than that relic, and it has been in the safekeeping of our people since time immemorial.
Yes. When lightning threatened this world, we attempted to use the key to flee again, like our ancestors once did. Alas, no matter what we tried, we couldn't invoke its power. We had all but given up when Preservation approached us with an offer of partnership.
We've heard this part before, from my parents' memories. My mother was your sister.
She was, which makes you an heir to the Speaker's legacy. The last message I received from your parents said that in order to thwart Preservation's design, they must send away both their daughter and the key. I now understand what became of the former. As for the latter, through conversing with your friends, I gleaned with whom it currently resides.
And is it your wish that we give it back?
We Malala are the people of Treno now. Here is where we've put down our roots. The moment Elila relinquished the key, she relinquished our claim to it as well. But be that as it may, my sister gave up not only her life, but her darling daughter to prevent its misuse. It is my duty to ensure that its new bearer is worthy. So, should it answer your call as it never did ours, how would you use the key's power?
Probably a second one? To save lives and provide our feats. Such feats of heroism. That's always been a warrior fight's way.
For some, that might be a self-serving end. But your deeds are proof that I needn't worry. And what's more, there's your friendship with my niece. I dare say that speaks well of your character.
By the by, do you have any records pertaining to the key here in Treno?
Would that we did. But Delilah took everything with her when she joined Preservation. If aught remains, it would be in Alexandria.
And so we find ourselves returned to our original course.
Yep, wait for the decrypted files.
Shale may have made some progress. Perhaps it's time to bring our visit to an end. But by that, I don't mean to say that I don't feel welcome in Treno. You've all been so kind and accommodating. And in many ways, it's my hometown. It's just that, well,
It's all right, my dear. It is true that some feel bound by blood or birthplace, but I don't believe that your parents would have wanted that for you. They devoted their lives to understanding the key so that future generations would not be burdened by it. As we have chosen Treno, so too should you choose the place you call home. A place where you can bloom and grow with fearless joy.
I will.
We must give you a proper send-off, though. Wait for us by the gate, will you? A word of caution, Keeper of the Key. As you know, it is a relic that has traveled across centuries and worlds, passing through countless hands. Oft beckoning to those ruled by ambition or avarice. Indeed, some have wondered if it chooses its master. But I believe differently. I believe that some inexorable force, call it fate, if you will, ushers it from one bearer to the next. Be wary, for fate's regard now falls upon you.
That's the first non-Lalafell. It's weird seeing elderly versions of the races. Well, who's that Aura? That's the first non-Lala we've seen in Treno. What was it holding? What was she holding? Pretty sure it's that. It is definitely the last quest in this MSQ, because they usually ended with the expansion name, or the patch name, whatever you want to call it, as the final quest, and Into the Mist was his patch's name. We're not gonna get answers to any of this until the next story. Crowd looks like she's just seen the first ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I'm glad she found that which she sought. Lamol and Iane have gone to summon the other Malala we've met across the city. I can't believe I have living relatives here, and that they make it seem so simple. Maybe it is enough just to be Crow. If the Malala's records were in preservation's possession, I doubt they ever relinquished them. That knowledge must await us back in Alexandria.
Thank you all for everything.
We're the ones who should be thanking you. You fought so many times for us.
I've tended to the people's immediate hurts, but see that they receive appropriate care as they recover.
I still can't believe you took down the Doom Train. Just like that. You're my hero, truly. And I'm sure Mum and Dad and everyone else we lost will rest easier now that it can never hurt anyone again.
For my part, I cannot thank you enough for supporting my plan for the barrier. Not to mention that we wouldn't even have the electrope to restore it without your aid. I can't wait to see what else we can do now that the mine is back in service. Kryl. O life, flourish on this faraway shore. Unfurl your fragile petals with fearless joy. Let this sky grant shelter from darkest storm, and here bloom, hand in hand, forevermore. Remember that, will you? Whatever shore you choose.
Of course, those words and our people will always be in my heart.
After so long without her, I had begun to forget what my sister was like. Her face, her voice, fading like the mist. All I could remember clearly was her resolve as we parted for the last time. But now I've seen her again. In you, sweetheart. Bringing her back to me. It is a joy to have met you, Kryl.
You too, Aunt Mealy.
I know your home lies far from here, but to us you'll always be family. Come and see us once in a while, won't you?
I will. My comrades have found a treatment for Levin's sickness, so I'll bring it to Treno as soon as I can.
My, you certainly have no shortage of accomplished friends. We'll await your return, my dear. Life is full of surprises when one lives in hope. Isn't that right, Delilah?
Very sweet. Once we are back in Solution 9, I should like to relax with a hot cup of tea. If safe and reliable airship to Treno were possible, it will cut down on the length and danger of the journey. Though we are still in the 9th, it hardly feels like it up here. What a wonder. It still feels a bit like I'm dreaming. Even should I wake, I'll remember it. I'll remember them. On a practical note, I am more certain than ever that Shell's work will yield vital insights into the key. I look forward to speaking with her when we arrive in Solution 9. If you don't mind, why don't we first make our way to Resolution? Gosan will be wondering about my absence. Heavens, yes. I apologize for keeping you from your duties for so long. Think nothing of it. I was more than happy to be a part of your adventure, and Gosan will forgive me once I tell him of Treno. Call it teleportation fee. Oh, so expensive. I'm poor. I don't have money for that teleportation fee. Oh, my heart. Though we learned little about the Ascians, our sojourn was more than worthwhile. We're back. According to the people of Treno, there are yet other settlements in the ninth. We shall have to seek them out one day. What's Iron Man Final Fantasy? Gosan hasn't worn his regulars since his memory was restored. The experience must have been affecting him deeply. No market board or trading. So it's just gear? Well, gear progression is pretty lenient in this game, right? Because MSQ gives you a lot of stuff. Ah, this explains much. I wondered why I'd seen neither hide nor hair of your majesty these past days. May I ask where you've been? It's quite a long story. I have been all doing the MSQ again, and it's been okay for me to do. But I guess it can get kinda sketchy at some parts because I did use tone gear certain parts of the MSQ. So she's not doing that. I can see a bit parts where it's a bit sketchy. But this game has been pretty good at just giving you enough gear to get you past MSQ. It should be okay. The game is very, very good with that. However stalwart your companions, traversing the Mist Continent with no knowledge of what awaits was extraordinarily reckless. That I cannot deny, but availed us much. We have the opportunity to resume diplomatic relations with a longtime ally. And as I did not, in fact, come to harm, all is well that ends well. Should you feel compelled to go on another excursions in the future, I expect that you will notify me beforehand. Yes, of course. It was remiss of me. I apologize. Duty's call is most insistent. Nevertheless, whenever you require my aid, please do not hesitate to seek it. You're back. How'd it go? Did you find a way down? Well, we're gonna have to give a TLDR of what happened. Treno. I've heard the name. Incredible that it sheltered the Malala all this time. What's more, the mayor was able to share the story of the key from her perspective. She believes that the historical documents pertaining to it are stored in Preservation's archives. They could be. Though our work isn't done yet, we made progress on the decryption. I was on my way to the containment complex to review the data in situ. In that case, allow me to accompany you. Though it may be incomplete, I should like to review the information available. We'll contact you as soon as we've made some sense of it. In the meantime, might I suggest our Warrior of Light get a good night's sleep or two. You never know what manner of hellish technology will be after us next. And Crow, I assume you'll be wanting to familiarize yourself with the care and feeding of porksies. Oh my goodness, English is hard. Indeed, while I'm aware of the principles, I was needed elsewhere when the others were treating the leaven inflicted. I shall have to ask Y'shtola to instruct me. It's the least I can do for my family. I intend to visit them whenever possible, but my home will always be here, in the source. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Get the train on this team. Earlier in Treno.
Now, there is much to be done. With access to the mine restored, I'd like to explore methods to expand our food production systems. I look forward to your insights.
Who is she?
Oh, my poor heart. I only meant to steal a glimpse while we were in the area. But our eyes definitely met, didn't they? Oh, that's not ideal. Such fearsome instincts to perceive me as a threat in an instant. But I shouldn't be surprised. It's the Source's vaunted hero, after all.
Halmarut!
Oh, dear me! Oh.
One need hardly be the Warrior of Light to notice you. You're far from subtle. As if the horns and scales weren't enough, you insist upon dressing for another century. Those clothes must be as old as I am. Where is your robe?
You mean the robe that practically announces me as an Ascian? Not that I don't intend to reveal that detail, but it will be at a time of my choosing. Besides, if one of us can't help but draw the eye, it's you. Oh, Calyx, how you've grown. Smaller, that is. And surprisingly cute-ish.
Put me down.
Jests aside, we will be departing the 9th all too soon. If you wish to say your goodbyes, I could find you a vessel and mold it to match your preferred presentation.
Don't you dare. I will not debase myself by occupying a living body ever again. And in any case, to travel the rift as you do requires the shedding of one's flesh, does it not?
I apologize if I upset you. Your understanding is, in essence, correct. The magics cannot bring a vessel through the rift. Ergo, you must discard it and assume a form of pure ether until you reach the other side. However, that doesn't mean you need discard everything like so much refuse. Using fissures such as this, one can easily send small amounts of matter between reflections. Matter such as your archived memories.
All the more reason to remain as I am. At present, I could pass through a fissure myself. And as this form suffices for surveying the material realm, I see no reason to expend effort searching for a replacement. I wish only to observe. That is enough.
Very well. I shan't press. Nevertheless, odd though you may look, I would encourage you to bid farewell to those to whom you have attachment. For now that you failed, unless our hero changes course, this world is doomed to die.
I had hoped to banish death from their lives. Why should it come to all, whether they will it or no? Why must any accept this burden and grief? It was never about any one person. So no, there are none with whom I would exchange fond farewells. But so long as mankind yet survives, I can hold fast to my faith. That my life's work might again bring someone salvation.
Hold fast you must, as we press ever onward. For soon it begins, and every world shall tremble. The Winterers must be prepared to outlast the great withering to come.
That's your ominous prediction, is it?
No, it's nature's proclamation. Can't you hear it? It echoes in the silence, left by the will of the star.
Winter blows fate's honoring will, or gray clouds presage winter's chill. I'm extremely lost of what the heck's gonna happen. This is a setup for 8.0. Generally, the 0.4 and 0.5 patches are setups for the next expansion. I'm quite lost with what's going to happen next. Explains my question of who that girl was. The Essien. And that little thing was Calyx. We knew that Calyx was still alive because of the end of 7.3. It was just a matter of to what extent is he still alive. Meaning we're probably going to see something at 7.5. Especially with Calyx, I think. Were it not for my ties to the source, I will not be able to treat those afflicted with love and sickness, nor potentially aid my people in other ways as well, as I very much intend to. There are still so many questions I wish to ask Miali about my parents, and even more I hope to learn about the rest of the family. Warm fare-thee wells can ease the sting of partings, as we come to terms with an absence not soon forgotten. Without those we hold dear what they've meant to us, and to wish them the best, we should seize that chance whenever so we can. Well, that is the end of this patch cycle for now. Can't really predict what's going to happen next. It's hard for me to say what's going to happen next. I can't really easily predict it. Wonder what happens next. That'll be another 3-4 months anyways. So no use speculating right now. I'm sure we'll get our answers later on. Anywho, that will be the end of this song. I'll probably wrap it up here as well. So thank you all for watching, and hope you have a good rest of your day or night, wherever you are. Take care. Bye bye.